Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Breakfast with Brian. Do appreciate you all. I do get some comments, and I get likes. Never had any dislikes yet. And also quite a number of views. So I'm glad it's of service to you. As you know, we've been reading through Romans, and in the last few days, I've been reading in Romans chapter 9, chapter 10, and I want to read to you from chapter 10, verse 8 and onwards. Verses that we know. But what does it say? The word is near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of faith we are proclaiming. That if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is with your heart that you believe and are justified, and it is with your mouth that you confess and are saved. So that just set me thinking again about the difference between saying something and thinking something. If you're like me, you get a multitude of thoughts and ideas going through your mind, which you're sifting and sorting through, some of which you believe, some of which you don't believe, and some of which you have yet to believe. So it's a little bit inconclusive, a little bit vague. But when you say something, it's definite. In a more negative aspect, you might think something about someone which is not very nice. But when you say it, that is powerful and devastating to the person who hears it. What you say, what I say, takes on a different cloak, a different aspect to our thinking. So in this passage, it's really saying it's not really enough to think, yes, Jesus is Lord, because with all the other thoughts, as I said, they can be just ideas. But when you stop and say, Jesus is Lord, I believe that, there is power, mighty, mighty power. Well, mine goes back over my life, and there are a few times in my life where I've been overwhelmed, and there have been so many ideas, thoughts, so many different things coming at me that I'm losing track of what I believe. And I'm not sure. So I have to stop and find a quiet place. And there I say to God, well, Lord, I don't know very much. In fact, at the moment, I don't feel as though I know anything. But one thing I do know, and I do believe, is that you love me and I love you. That's all I know, Lord. That's all I can say that I can definitely believe. But you know my heart, Lord. You know what I believe. So show me, Lord, what I believe. Help me in this. And then I begin to speak out one or two other things that the Lord sort of gives me courage. Yes, Lord, I believe, Jesus, that you came to earth and died for me so that I could have a wonderful relationship with my Heavenly Father, clearing away all the consequences of sin and giving me an open passage with my Father. I believe, Jesus, that you have made me righteous in my Father's sight. I believe that you have ascended to heaven and sit at the right hand of the Father. I believe that you want the whole world to be saved, for it's not your will that any should perish. I believe that you have gone to prepare a place for me, that where you are, I may be also. I believe you're coming again. I believe this, Lord. This is firmly fixed in me. I'm confident in this. And then as I speak it out, it reestablishes, yes, 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 amidst all the confusion. That's what I believe, and that's the foundation of my life. Yesterday, in our Connect group, we had communion. We always have it. I'm not the leader, but Jim, who's the leader, he does the job very well, and he always has communion. I felt after we'd had the communion that we should speak out what we believe. And so for a few moments we all spoke out what we believe. Not that others would hear it, but that we would say it and it would be established within us, that Christ would be able to affirm and confirm, yes, 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 when we said it. So I encourage you, whether you've never done it before or you've done it a million times, speak out what you believe. Find a quiet place, indoors, outdoors, somewhere where you can speak out what you believe. Start at the beginning, go slowly, and say to God, God, you show me what I believe. Because sometimes my mind is a little confused and I'm not sure. And I am sure that you will find confidence rising. You will find your faith increasing and your love for God growing. So God bless you, and goodbye from Breakfast with Brian.